Israel Adesanya and Nassourdine Imavov are fighting on a UFC Fight Night February 1st, just around the corner. Now I'm going to break down every single fight and give you my predictions. But I just lied to you. I'm actually not going to go through every single fight thoroughly, I guess. I'm just going to go through the prelim, the opening card, or the prelim to open the main card. And then I'm going to just give you my thoughts on these fights under it. I'm not really going to go into depth. Hamdi is a drug cheat. I'm pretty sure he was tested by some metabolic shit. This guy's a drug cheat, so fuck that guy. Just go with Jamal Pogues. Also, this guy fights like once every 10 years, so yeah, I will still go Jamal even if this guy wasn't in jacked up to the gills with drugs. I'm not even going to say anything. Just look at these two people's profile pictures. Do you see anything weird? Yeah, this guy doesn't even have a freaking profile picture. Are you fucking serious, my boy? You couldn't go to the facility and just take a picture for a second? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the guy. I'm just gonna go with the guy that looks cooler, I guess. Pause. Bueno Silva is in a losing streak, I'm pretty sure. And if she's not in a losing streak, then I don't know, because I'm pretty sure she's in a losing streak, so I'm not even gonna go check. Jasmine is definitely in a winning streak, I remember. So just go with Jasmine. Stop wasting your money if you are betting. I don't bet, by the way, so keep that in mind. Also, I'm not a financial advisor, just in case. These two people, look, call me a casual, but I've never remember a fight between these two people, I guess. Not against each other, but you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna tell you to go with the favorite, I guess. Shout out to you guys. Now, this fight, I think, is a very, very easy thing. A very, very easy decision for me. Just go with the mirror. This guy's chin is non-existent. You can be his crotch sniffer and still sleep Terrence McKinney. So just go with the mirror and earn some free money. Now, these two fighters, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I'm correct about this, but I'm pretty sure I saw them fighting on the tournament that UFC does. I forgot the name, but I'm not even going to try to remember. But once they got into the UFC, I guess I do remember they were kind of horrible, because obviously the step up to the UFC compared to the tournament is quite high, I guess, or whatever. But I will go with Bolaji Oakley because he looks good and I like his hair. There you go. Please don't be mad at me, guys. I'm just having fun here. But Shamil Gaziev versus Thomas Petersen. This is where it starts getting serious, a little serious. You know what I'm saying? Thomas Petersen, you know, he can take you down if you guys both tripped or something. You know, if you guys both trip, I guess, if you consider the takedown, then yeah, he can do that, you know, if you both trip. He has very good striking combinations. I actually like that about him. He doesn't have that power, I guess, but he does have good striking combinations. And he beat Kamaru Usman's brother, so that's a plus in my books, a big plus. Also, I don't really got much to say about Thomas Petersen, if I'm being completely honest. Now to Shamil Gaziev. This guy's actually pretty decent. He's not that bad. His head movement is all right. He likes to wrestle and is actually pretty decent, or should I say okay at it. He's okay at it. He lost to Rozenstruik not recently, but yeah, I guess you can say that recently. And then he got a freebie against Don't Lay Mayes or some shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Don't Lay. He got a freebie layup just to get a win again. I guess to get the rust out of the knees, you know, out of them or whatever. But yeah, Rozenstruik just made him quit, I guess, in a way. But I don't know if he quit or not, or if he was actually blind. I don't remember seeing news about like anything that happened after the fight or anything, so I can't really comment that too deeply. But quitting in the 5th round is kind of sus. But anyways, I'm not there, so I can't really comment a lot on that. But I will go with Shamil Gaziev by, I say ground and pound. Yeah, ground and pound in the last round. I think Shamil Gaziev is just gonna smother him with his body fat, and since his BMI is through the roof, I feel like his grease is gonna transfer into Thomas Petersen's body, and he's just gonna slow him down because the fat is just gonna get hardened, and you know, when it gets dry, it just gets hardened. It's gonna get slower. But yeah, Shamil Gaziev by ground and pound, 3rd round. Moving on to the main card, not the main event. Mohamed Naimov versus Ken Ofli. Okay, starting off with Mohamed Naimov. He has won his last 3 out of his 4 fights in the UFC. He, I guess, has OV on his name, so I guess that's a plus for the Dagestani fans. He actually has really good knees up the middle. I actually like them, and you know how this lighter man skill is. They're very very fast. So anyways, he's an all right striker. He's all right. He's really all right at kicks. Did I just? Oh my gosh. Anyways, decent at he's actually very decent on his defense on the feet. So that's actually a plus. He's really decent at grappling and wrestling, and he lost to Felipe in his last fight, Felipe Lima. But don't get me wrong, Felipe Lima is actually very very good. You should see that if you haven't seen him fight Felipe Lima. Sheesh. You should definitely go and see that guy. Okay. Anyways, moving on to Ken Ofli. He has okay wrestling. He has okay feints. He's just an okay average fighter. He's okay at striking. I would probably go lower than okay on the striking if I'm being completely honest. He lost his tough final tournament, I think it's called, via knockout. So yeah, just do with that as you will. I don't think he has a good chin since he got chinned on his last fight. He walks into shots a lot. And this guy has he has no head movement. So yeah, this guy's very very average. And this guy cannot block a leg kick to save his life, bro. He literally cannot. But I think I'm gonna go Mohamed Naimov by, I say decision. I feel like Mohamed Naimov will just control this guy on the ground. I don't think he can hold him against the cage because Ken Ofli is actually kind of stocky. So I think he's very strong against the cage, Ken Ofli. So I think he's gonna have to get him to the ground and just keep him there. Just do little tip tap shots. Fuck it, who cares? Let's move on to this middleweight bout. Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. Now, as you guys know, actually, no, I'm not even going to talk about Ikram just yet. I'm going to talk about Andre Muniz. Look, he's very good at grappling. This guy, Muniz, has 15 freaking submissions. So, watch out, because if you are slacking, he will definitely submit you. He's very good. He's good at wrestling. Or should I say all right? It's all right at wrestling. He defeated Uriah Hall, by the way. But he was old. But, I guess he defeated him. But he was old. But, if you want to give him that, I guess you can give him that. But anyways, he lost 2 out of his last 4 fights. And I don't think his striking is something he should do this fight. Because he's very, very bad. He's bad at it. I don't want to say the word bad because it's a little too much, but I don't think he should do it against this guy that he's fighting. So I wouldn't mind him with scratch, just scratch sniff the entire time, bro. Fuck it. I wouldn't even be mad. Moving on to Ikram Aliskerov. That's so hard for me to pronounce. Holy shit. At the end of the day, not at the end of the day, but this guy has OV in his name, so he gets aura points for the Dagestani fans. Shout out to you guys. He knocked out his first 2 opponents in the UFC. He has a very very good double jab. He actually has decent striking too, so I'll give him that. And he won his last 2 out of the 3 fights. If you guys watch the UFC, he lost to Whitaker via TKO uppercut. Bam! He rocked him up with his leg feet, chicken noodles, stupid feet, and then he just went yum through the middle with that uppercut and just slapped them to the ground. You know what's actually hilarious about? Not hilarious, but it's a little weird because this guy also lost to Khamzat Chimaev in another promotion via uppercut too. So this guy's kryptonite is probably uppercuts. But that being said, I think Ikram Aliskerov finishes Andre Muniz on defeat. I'll say by decision. I think he'll piece him up. I don't think he'll take that many risk against this guy. This guy can definitely submit him. So I think he just pieces him off on the feet for the entire fight. Moving on to the bantamweight division. Vinicius Oliveira versus Nurmagomedov. You guys already know what I'm gonna say about Nurmagomedov. He has Ovi in his name. He's a good grappler, a good wrestler. He submitted his last opponent via guillotine choke in round 1, by the way. In round 1. He has the 2 fastest submissions in his division, I believe. So that's actually a good thing to watch out for on this fight. His favorite submission is the guillotine, if you haven't noticed. But he lost to Jonathan Martinez. But I think he learned from that, to be honest. He really learned from that. I don't think he's going to make the mistake again. Just moving on real quick to Vinicius Oliveira. He has 2 fights on the UFC, both won. He's a all-right striker. He has like a similar style to Izzy. You know, if Izzy had like a level up version, like let's say if Izzy had like 5 levels to upgrade, Izzy's 5 and this guy's level 1. So do as you will with that information. His head movement is all right. His leg kicks are all right. But man, oh man, when this guy has an ounce of confidence on the fight, bro, this guy just puts his hands down. And when I say hands down, you might think I'm saying like, oh, you know, he has his hands down like Yuri. You know, Yuri has the hands down, but he has them bent in a way, you know. He's not like fully hands down. But this guy, his hands are fully down, literally straight to the ground. It's absolutely insane. And he gets countered very, very easily because he's very wild. He swings like a freaking maniac. He needs to fix that for sure. With that being said, I see Nurmagomedov catching this guy just like he catched the other guy by coming in very, very aggressively with his hands down and do another guillotine. Yep, back-to-back guillotine for Nurmagomedov for sure. Moving on, man, this is starting to get juicy-loosey. Juicy-loosey. Oh, juicy-loosey. Juicy-loosey. Oh. Sergey Pavlovich versus Rozenstruik. Now, I'm going to start off talking about freaking Rozenstruik. Look, he's in a 2-fight win streak. He beat Tuivasa and Shamil Gaziev. He has lost to very, very good opponents. He lost to Jelton Almeida, Volkov, Curtis Blade, Shogun, and Ngannou. You know, the big names. So, you know, even though they are losses, you know, I'm not trying to give him like a participation trophy or anything, but you know, those are very, very good names that are still top contenders right now. You know, he's good power, it's good defense. Obviously, he has good power. You know, he has a lot of knockouts. He can't get countered, but this is the heavyweight division. Everybody moves like slobs if you're not, you know, the top 5 or some shit. I don't fucking know. Anyways, he plants his feet a lot. That's one thing that he does a lot. He loves to plant his feet a lot. And one thing that I think will be his demise on this freaking fight will be when he defends like a blitz or just a few strikes. He loves to back up so far that he goes to the cage, against the cage. So I think that's one thing that Sergey Pavlovich can definitely exploit. Now moving on to Sergey Pavlovich. Look, Sergey Pavlovich has the power to put this man to sleep. Just put him asleep, bro. Just put him asleep. This guy has beaten Curtis Blade round 1 via, I think, ground and pound. He stopped Tuivasa in round 1. He stopped Derek Lewis round 1, and just, you know, a few more other fighters. He also have a very, very good jab. And you know what I like about this guy, Sergey Pavlovich's jab, is that he starts that. That's how he starts the fight. He wants to get his jab starting, which I absolutely love. But during the Volkov fight, he relied on that jab way too much, and he was getting out jabbed because obviously Volkov's freaking reach is absolutely insane, and he's huge. So I think he should have just, I don't know, not jab against another jabber that has a insane reach on you. So yeah, my boy, don't do that next time. He does have decent leg kicks and head kicks, but he doesn't throw them as a lot because, you know, this is the heavyweight division. They don't want to get tired after one leg kick or a head kick. But yeah, he's on a 2-fight losing streak against Tom Aspinall and most recently Volkov, which, you know, Volkov was his ex sparring partner a long time ago. But yeah, like, you know, when you fight your ex sparring partner, like, you know how they fight. So it was a very, very hard fight. So, and he got dominated for 3 rounds, by the way, literally dominated by 3 rounds. And I think he and Sergey Pavlovich can be neutralized if you have like a tool bag, leg kicks, and just do a good job, like a good job. You have a good job, good striking. It's basically, if you're Volkov, if you do what Volkov do for 3 rounds, you can dismantle this man piece by piece. But my prediction for this fight is going to be Sergey Pavlovich by knockout. I feel like he's just going to come in, just risk it, to be honest, because he's in a 2-fight losing streak, even though he lost to good names. He hasn't lost to garbage. He lost to Tom Aspinall, which is the interim champion / champion undisputed right now. And then he lost to Volkov, which just beat Sergon, but on paper he didn't because he got robbed. So, you know, he didn't lose to absolute bum, but I will go Sergey Pavlovich via knockout in, let me see, in the 2nd round. He's gonna get the rust, he's gonna get the scariness off his body first, and then he's just gonna piece him up in the 2nd round and knock him out. Fuck it. Now, this is a good fight right here, my boys. This is a good fight. Look, I'm gonna start with Shara Magomedov. Obviously, I have to start with saying that this guy has, his last name ends with OV, so, you know, that's no glaze, of that, but I'm just saying that adds a point to the Dagestani fans right there. Look, he's in a 4-fight winning streak. He won every fight in the UFC. His best win is against Armin Petrosian, I believe is his last name, which was his last fight. And I believe that was his best win. He loves to throw kicks, body kicks, leg kicks, side kicks to the body. He absolutely loves those. He's a decent striker. He loves to counter. He has all right defense, even though his hands, you know, he does have all right defense, but his hands are so far apart. I think Michael Page will be able to go through the middle, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, the only good name, I guess, you can say that Shara has been his Petrosian, who lost a previous fight. He actually came off a loss to fight Shara, so he lost and then fight Shara. So I don't think we should give him a lot of credit for that fight too. He gets hit a lot and he's easily countered, and his strikes can be easily telegraphed, bro. This guy loads up, bro. It's kind of insane how I wouldn't say load up. No. Sorry, I wouldn't say load up. I don't think he loads up, but I feel like his strikes can be telegraphed because he has like patterns that you can tell when he's about to strike. I'm not trying to glaze myself, but that's how I see it. But anyways, let's move on to Michael Page, Venom Page, Michael Page, Venom Page. Look, it's all right. He's all right at grappling, even though he almost got submitted by Ian. If I thought he was getting submitted by Ian. I thought he was gonna go to sleep. I don't know how the hell he got out of that, but he's all right at wrestling. He got controlled by Ian on that fight too. But what I like about him is that he stays composed. He stays composed no matter the situation, how bad the situation is. He has very good feints. He's very unorthodox, very, very unorthodox. He fights outside of range. And when I say outside of range, I'm talking about this guy's in the other side of the freaking cage fighting while you're in the other side. So that's definitely outside of range. He's very, very hard to figure out. His timing is very, very hard because this guy's so freaking awkward, bro. Very, very awkward. He has decent power. He's not gonna I don't want to say, he has decent power. I don't think he will knock out Shara. But I will say he will wobble him. You know what? I think he will wobble him. Yeah, I think he'll, you know, stiff the legs a little bit. Not wobble, stiff the legs a little bit on Shara for sure. He will have the speed advantage on this fight 100% by a mile. He also stays moving a lot. That's one good thing Michael Venom Page does, and it stays moving at all times, no matter what. He also has decent takedown defense, or should I say, all right takedown defense. It's a win over Kevin Holland, which as of right now doesn't mean a lot because this guy's just into 45, 70s that he is into fighting. Let's be honest. He only lost to Ian Gary, I guess. But he lost to Ian Gary, and he had a good fight against Ian Gary, and Ian Gary just had a very good fight against the future champion, in my opinion, Shavkat Rakhmonov. But you know one thing that's worrying me the closer we go into this freaking fight? This guy's turning 38, guys. Yes. He's turning 38 in April. And at the top of my head, the only few fighters that like stay elite, and I'm not saying Shah is elite or anything, or this fight is elite, but look, John Jones, Alex Pereira are like the fighters that come out of the top of my head that are like this old and they're like elite, I guess. But don't kill me, please, for mentioning Michael Page and John Jones and Alex Pereira in the same sentence. I beg of you. But look, I think Michael Page, Venom Page will win via knockout. Yes, you heard it here first, boys. Michael Page by knockout. I see Michael Page being so out of range that Shara is going to get tired of this guy. Keep in mind, this guy has definitely anger issues. I don't know if you've seen the history on Shara, but if you don't, you should definitely go check it out. But yes, I feel like Shara is definitely going to get very, very frustrated because he's not going to get the timing of Michael Page. And Michael Page, since he fights very, very outside of range, he's going to get very, very frustrated and just going to start taking massive risks just to get to him. And I see Michael Page catching him in the second or third round. I see him catching him with a counter. Sleep. I don't think he's going to go to sleep. I think he's going to knock him down and finish him on the ground via ground and pound. Moving on to the main event of the evening. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, we got a well-renowned fighter. His record is 24-4. He's only lost to the best of the best. He's fighting out of Nigeria. Israel Adesanya. Holy glaze. No. I need to calm down. Holy what the hell did I just... No. That's actually insane that I just did that. Look. Let me start off with Nassourdine Imavov. Look. He's in a 3-fight winning streak, all in 2024. And he has very good accuracy. I think I talked about this on one of my previous videos, but he has very good accuracy, good striking. Good 1-2. You know, he has good leg kicks, teep kicks to the body, and he throws them a lot. Keep in mind, he can fight a dog fight. He showcased that in the Litzy, Cannonier, Brennan Island fights. He has excellent knees to the body, which he hits a lot too. He doesn't just throw them and misses them. He actually hits them a lot. And he has a solid jab that could be a problem against Izzy and keep him at bay like Strickland did. He also has decent timing. He doesn't have the very best timing, but he has decent timing. It's there, you know. He has a good chin. I think he proved that against the Litzy and Cannonier, where they were fatigued, and in both fights they were fatigued when they literally hit him clean, and he didn't even buckle his knees or anything. So to me, that showed that he definitely has a good chin, and he also has decent grappling, which we saw on the Brendan Allen fight. So, but the thing is, this guy has major problems. One thing that I don't like about this guy is that he can get taken down very, very easily. Like I'm telling you, look, I said this in my previous video too. He's like the James Harden of takedown defenses sometimes. But he has good takedown defense, but he just doesn't want to try. When he does try, you can see how good he is at taking down defense takedowns. Taking down the holy shit, what the hell am I saying? You know what I'm talking about. But he's not very good at ground defense. So if you can get him down, just do whatever you want to him on the ground. You can just piece him up, tip tap jab him. You know what I'm talking about. Look, he's very, very vulnerable to quick punches. Very, very vulnerable. I don't know what it is with Imavov, but look, he gets. He is very vulnerable to quick punches, but it's just that he doesn't even react to it. It's like it never happened to him. He got caught in the bro, why can't I think of... I just said the fight under the Litzy and the Cannonier fights. He got caught off guard, I guess you can call it. I don't even know if you can call it that. He literally sees the punch coming. I'm not even kidding. If you go watch those two fights, You can tell the punch that I'm talking about without me even pointing it out. I'm telling you right now. He gets hit with those punches, like, and he gets hit and he doesn't even react and it never happened. Like, it's so weird. And I feel like Izzy could take definitely advantage of that, acting like he can freaking just take any freaking shot whenever the hell he wants. But yeah, he tends to gas on the later rounds, and I think that's gonna be one of the biggest problems on this fight for him. So he better be doing a lot of cardio for this fight against Izzy. Now let's move on to Izzy Adesanya. Why does it look like I'm glazing him so much? I need to calm down. Look, Izzy has excellent feints, very effective leg kicks, inside leg kicks. Keep in mind, inside legs, he has good outside, but most of the time I love his inside leg kicks. And I love how he maintains his long, lengthy fighting style, stays out of range like Michael Venom Page, almost not like him. He doesn't fight on the other side of the cage like Venom Page, but he has a real lengthy fighting style, I guess. He has a very good jab. He that's going to be important to get going in the fight very, very early, just to sit on the pace, get that jab going. He has exceptional head movement. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not glazing. I'm just saying he does. Okay, look. The problem with this guy, Israel Adesanya, is that this guy cannot defend a blitz for his freaking life. That's his freaking kryptonite. I don't know what it is, but this is just a side note. Imavov doesn't have blitzing in his tool bag, so I think we're gonna be all good on that department. Look, he is susceptible to takedowns during exchanges, so I think Imavov can definitely take advantage of that. And if you pressure him a lot, just pressure him and just try, even put a few takedowns, throw a few takedowns here and there, he can slow down in rounds 3 and 4, if I'm being completely honest. You saw that on the Strickland fight, you saw that on the Dricus fight, more on the Dricus fight than the Strickland fight, but it was there, you could see it. Now, for my prediction, I believe Israel Adesanya will piece up Nassourdine Imavov and finish him in the 4th round. I feel like Imavov will gas, because even though he will pressure Izzy the entire fight, I feel like he is coming into this fight to finish Izzy, to make a statement, and I don't think Izzy's going to let that happen. He's just going to play defensively minded. And I think Izzy knows he's going to come in just trying to pressure him the entire fight and try to finish him. And I don't think Izzy's going to let him do that. Both of these people have to have a lot of cardio workouts on this fight camps. But I do feel like Israel Adesanya does have the better gas tank overall. So at the end of the day, I'm going to go Izzy Adesanya in the 4th round. TKO. Book it. Now, with that being said, if you guys like this video, if you guys like this breakdown, make sure you leave a like, hit that sub button, see for you not to miss any more of this juicy, loosey content. With that being said, I'll see everyone very, very soon. Goodbye.